Good evening, guys. We are walking around the Bath Beach section of Brooklyn, and we're gonna walk some of these side streets tonight. Nice, quiet, casual walk. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna look for Christmas lights, like right here. We just found one. Look at this. So we're gonna find some of the low-key Christmas displays in Bath Beach. We're not going to be looking at Dyker Heights tonight. We'll do that another night. We're actually in Dyker Heights, technically. But we're on the far end of Dyker Heights. We're on the south side. We're right where it turns into Bath Beach. So what we're going to do is just go walk up and down these streets and check out some lights. I hope everyone's doing well. I hope everyone's warm because it is 25 degrees right now. It is cold. And it is very windy. So wind chill is in the teens. And what I'm doing today is I am using a glove on the left hand. And then when I'm going to pan, I will switch to the bare hand on the right. Figure that's how we're going to do this, right? Because I'll be honest, it's hard to walk in this cold weather. So this year we're going to at least do half of the gloves. This is a nice little home right here. Look at this one. Now I'm hoping my favorite home on this walk is lit up. That'll be later on Bay 11th over by St. Francis. We'll see. They got a nice big Christmas tree. Last year it wasn't lit up. I don't know why, but I think it's lit up this year again. So when we get over there, we'll check it out. You got this one right over here. This is actually a nice home. They got up on the roof. They got some stuff, huh? Nice home. Yeah, let's keep walking. So this is the first dedicated Christmas light walk that I've done. We did, I showed you guys my neighborhood, Dyker Heights, before the lights. You guys can watch that if you guys want to see what the homes look like before the lights come on. I filmed that the day before Thanksgiving. It's a nice little home right here. So I am filming this on Thursday night, December 11th. As we get closer to Christmas, I will start now showing the Christmas lights. I know a lot of people have been asking me, are you going to do it? Are you going to do it? Well, now that we're getting closer, yeah. So we're still going to do other walks, though. We're still going to continue to do more walks throughout New York and stuff. But I'll start mixing in some Christmas homes at night. This is actually nice. See, this is what I like. I like not, and I'm not, don't take it the wrong way. I'm not saying anything about the big homes in Dyker Heights. I'm just saying, this is how, excuse me, I had a frog in my throat. This is how it used to be back in the day. It used to be simple lights. Looks like you got a home over there. Let's get across the street here. And by the way, in case you're wondering, we are on Bay 10th Street. And yes, we are walking Bay Streets now. You guys know what I say, right? Because I did a whole series of, I did every Bay Street from Bay 7 to Bay 54th Street. And there's an actual playlist dedicated. And I did every Bay Street. And I said I would never do Bay Streets again. And the only exception was Christmas lights. So that's the only exception. If I come down these streets to look at Christmas lights. Also, I've said this in the past, Bay 10th Street, this street is the street I grew up on. This is where I moved to. I moved to this street, couple blocks down. We'll be passing my childhood home. I'll show you guys the childhood home. We'll just walk by real fast. But that's down on Benson Avenue. They got a home here with this just all lights here. Big Christmas tree going up the house. I like this. This is a nice one right here. This is our first big one so far. Very nice. Very, very nice. So we got some lights over there across the street. There's a house coming up on the next block, is actually a childhood friend of mine. I know his family still lives there, so I'll be hitting that house. I could see it down there. Looks like this corner house is all lit up. See, Bath Beach has a nice good showing in this area right at the ends of Dyker Heights. So this is, you know, where Dyker Heights and Bath Beach pretty much split. There's a little Christmas tree here with the star on it. Let's get back across the street here. Some lights right here. Santa Claus and Frosty in there. Now this house over here, I was saying, this is an old friend's house over here. I know the family still lives here. It looks like they did a nice little get up here. There's like a couple of nice homes over here. I'm going to take you across the street. Very nice. They even did the back over there. This is nice. Nice colors. And they got a Christmas tree in the window. Look at that. See a Christmas tree in the window? Look. See. Take a look from right here. This is a nice house. Like I said, it's an old friend's house. I'm gonna back up. And then over here we got this house across the street. Santa Claus and candy canes in the window there. 1 second here. I think my mic went out, so I brought my battery pack this time. So I'm going to get the mic plugged in so I could actually have some battery power here. 1 second. There we go. And you know what just happened? The gloves came off. There you go. That's exactly why. I don't wear gloves. I gotta connect batteries and stuff. I apologize if you guys heard some cut in the audio for a moment, or some wind going in the mic, but that was the wireless mic going out. In the cold weather, what happens is, this is actually not a battery issue. It's really the air issue. It's very windy. It's cold, so sometimes the wireless on the camera kind of frequency gets jammed. So I got the battery pack so we could boost the power up. This house on the corner here. Oh, look at this. You got these things going on in the window. You see that? I'm going to zoom in there. There you go. See that? Oh. Sorry, guys. Fixing the camera here. This is really a smash up walk, huh? By the way, this is where I lived, over here, right on the corner. You see that house over in the corner? And let me tell you something about that house on the corner where I lived. Christmas time, we would have that thing lit up. Of course, it's all dark. I don't know who lives there. That is where I used to live, right there on the corner. That big tree. I planted that tree with my father in 1980. I think it was 89 and 90. That's how old that tree is, if you want to figure it out. But and some of these neighbors that I grew up knowing, they still live here, including this house right here. Like, a lot of these homes, people still living here from when I was a kid. So you think everybody moved out of Brooklyn, but no, that's not the case. A lot of people still here. I will say though, this block used to be very lit up back in the day. And it is not lit up. This house right here, it's like half lit up here. It's like up half the arch. Let's go over here. Let's see what this is over here. Let's see, got some lights on this side. Let's see what we got here. Look at this. We got some just lights, a bunch of lights here. All the trees are lit up. I think some characters. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer right there. All right, we're about to get to 86th Street. We're going to turn right, and we are going to go to Bay 11th. We're going to hit that first house on Bay 11th with that tree is going to be what we're going to see next. So Oh, look at this house. Yeah, everything lit up over here. We get some music going. All right. On to Bay 11th Street. Let's see what we find. So we're doing a nice little casual walk around the Bath Beach. Well, now we're definitely going to be in the Bath Beach section, because now when you leave this spot is moving into Bath Beach. Check out the decorations at St. Francis. They have a really impressive little get up these days. Wait until you see this. They never did stuff like this back in the day, but they really decorated this year. So it's pretty cool, actually. I'm pretty impressed. So wait till you see this. Oh man, I'll tell you, that wind is really biting. It is really cold. And don't worry, you're going to see some really nice homes. I'm going to give you a little sneak peek. Look up the block, guys. Look at that tree. See that tree up there? We're going to be looking at that tree. We're going to be going up. That's my favorite house on all of these blocks. So stay tuned. We're going to be going there. Wow, they even decorated the rectory. So we're going to go look at that. But look at this, guys. Look what they did. This is a church. This is St. Francis. I mean, you don't see a lot of churches like decorating. I mean, they'll put some lights up and wreaths like you have here, but like they really went out here. And what they did is they did a big nativity scene. Look at the nativity scene. Look at this, guys. That is a nativity right there. And they even put the palm trees. You got the star. You got the three kings. And by the way, that's why we give gifts. That's why we give gifts, in case you don't know. Tradition is when the three kings came, and they presented gifts. So let's go up the block now and check this out. This is my favorite tree right here, coming around the corner. Let's see. We're going to be heading towards that tree. Look at that tree, man. That is just amazing, that tree. Now look at this over here. They did on the side here too. They put lights up on the side. And the rectory is decorated. Like, that's the rectory in front of us, right before you hit the tree over there. That you got these trees over here, but then right over there, that's pretty sure it's still the rectory. Look at that. Ain't that cool? Look at that. Got some reindeer over here. Change colors. Got a Christmas tree with the star. All right, let's look at this tree, guys, because this is my favorite house. This is beautiful. Like every time I see this, look at this. My favorite color, green. Ain't that nice? Look at that. And this whole house is decorated, by the way. So we're gonna look at the whole house. Look at that house. Is that nice? They got a star on top. Is that nice? That'll be the thumbnail for sure. So you guys are watching this. You guys already saw the thumbnail. I made the choice right now. So very nice home. Very nice tree. Looks like the star could get blown off from this wind. You could see the wind. You could see the wind up there blowing the star a bit. That is a bright tree. Let's look at this home right here. Looks you got some stuff over here going on. You got a soldier with a tree. All right. Let's start walking. Looks like Santa Claus is laying down in the gate there. I got blown over or something. All right, so we're gonna just, I guess, walk up the block here. Check out these dark streets. Now I have a light, I have a headlamp on my hat. I've never tested it out with the camera though, so maybe I'll turn it on if it gets dark. We'll see if it works. What I'm going to do is do some quick walking for you guys. Yeah, let's use the light. Let's see if this works. I have the light on now. I don't know if you guys could tell. I turned it off. This right here is Bay 11. So we're on Bay 11th Street. We're going to walk up to... We'll just walk all the way to the end. This block doesn't have a lot of lights on it. Yeah, some lights up there, I guess. A couple Christmas trees on the window up there. Now I know up on Bay 11th, when you get up to Cropsey Avenue, I know there's some homes on that block that decorate, so we'll see what they're doing up there. So we're getting close to the end of the year, man. It is. What was it? That last 2 week stretch when you hit like December 15th? It's always a big deal. 2 weeks left of the year, so I'm almost there. I'll tell you what, this year, as far as cold temps, much colder this year than last year. Much, much colder. Like, by a lot. I mean, because if you remember last year, when I was doing my walks last year, I was still wearing shorts in November. And then December, it finally got cool, but it didn't get cold. But I'll tell you, this December has been quite cold. Feels more like January, mid to late January. Very cold. Like I said earlier, today, right now, the temperature is 25 and the wind chill is in the teens. It is crazy cold. Now, it's definitely not as cold as it could get. It could get much colder, but for this time of year, it is brutal. We are in the Bath Beach section, looking for homes with Christmas lights. There's more conservative Christmas displays. This is nice. Merry Christmas. I can see the lights on the next block, but there's some over here, so let's cross the street. Look at this window. This is a nice window right here. Cute little window. Some lights over here. Oh, look at this house right here. Oh boy, we got another big one here with some soldiers and everything. Look at this. This is nice. And they got the soldiers here, and they got a Christmas tree over here. All right. Well, this would be great if I get across Cropsey pretty quick again. Look at that. Usually you can't get across Cropsey. You have to wait. So it's 2 times now I've been able to cross really fast. Oh, look at these homes, guys. This is nice over here. This is a nice home right here. It's got all those lights. Got this house over here. Get back across the street. Well, I got this one over here. So like I said, I knew that this block always does their block. A lot of lights. Just had a flock of Canadian geese fly over my head, if in case you hold a little chirping going on. Looks like we might have another Christmas tree lit up here. Oh, they got a nice nativity here, guys. Look at the nativity they did here. Look at that. Do you see the nativity down there? That's nice. And they have the figurines surrounding right there. That's really nice. I always like these little snowmen. If you hear me sniffling a lot, it's because it is cold. I mean, my nose is running. It's running away. Let's go over here. Let's go check out this tree. I see a tree. I don't know if the tree is lit or it's just a light. Can't tell. It looks like it's lit up. That's just lights reflecting up on the tree. And you got this house across the street. This house is really lit up. Look at this house, guys. They got some music playing. I'll have to talk over it because I don't want to get hit with a copyright strike. As long as they talk over it, it's fine. This is a nice house. Look at that. It's pretty bright, too. They got the tree lit up over here, blinking and stuff. Usually this house has like those icicles, but they didn't do that. It looks like they didn't do that this year, but this looks really nice. This is amazing. Yeah. Got Frosty the Snowman right there. You got those two trees in the driveway. This is really nice. I like this house. This house is always really nice. It's a good house. All right, let's keep walking and see what we find. There may not be much going this way. So I think what I'm gonna do, let's see what we find over here. This house is usually lit up, but maybe their light's not on yet. They got this thing going on the wall right now. It's very dark on this street. So I hope you guys are enjoying this little, I guess you like to call it a warm-up to the Dyker Heights part of the walk, which will come eventually. It's not that far from here. I mean, I could actually in 15 minutes get it on video, but we're gonna split it up. Like I said, this is on the south side. We're pretty much in Bath Beach though now. We're in 16th Avenue, so we're definitely not bordering anymore. It's actually nice. There's some lights all the way around the corner. This house on the corner is lit up. So let's see if anything's going on Bay 13th Street. Bay 13th or Bay 14th. I know Bay 14th's a block that has some stuff. Maybe we'll skip over to that one. And right now we are on Shore Parkway. We're about to hit Shore Parkway here. That is the Belt Parkway in front of us. That is the crazy eastbound traffic every night. During rush hour, you'll see all that traffic over there. Oh yeah, see, I knew I remembered. Bay 13 is really dark down here. This block is dark. We'll see what Bay 14th looks like. This house over here is lit up a bit. All right, I hope this block doesn't let me down. They usually are lit up over here. Let's see what we got. Let's start walking over here. Yeah. No dice. Well, this house right here has some inflatables blowing around. Right here on my left. Very hard to see though, because it's not lit up. That's why Dyker Heights rules. That's why Dyker Heights rules. You know, all the houses are lit up in Dyker Heights. Not the case in these areas. It's, you know, very sporadic. You just saw, like when we were on Bay 11th. You know, there's pockets of it. There's this house over here, down here, is usually lit up. That's where we're going now. I could always count on this house coming up. And then there's a house on 16th Avenue where I'll probably end the walk. We'll go back to down 16th Avenue. I'll show you guys. There's one home over there. It usually throws a big Christmas tree up on the building. Yeah, this house is lit up a bit. You got Frosty hanging out up there. Some of these Christmas trees. You got Santa. Candy lollipops. Across the street, you got some stuff. Here goes a string of homes with some lights. Here we go. Yeah, we're walking for about 42 minutes, so actually made a good walk out of this, huh? Oh, you know what? Bay 13th down here is very good. We're gonna do Bay 13th. Hold on, we're gonna stay tuned. We're gonna go down Bay 13th. I just remember Bay 13 have some houses. You'll see what I'm talking about. So let's get over there. I'm not going to make it across the street, so we'll just keep walking over here. Just remembered, I forgot about Bay 13th over here. This nice house right here. Looks like a reindeer's on his side. All right. As soon as we turn the block, you kind of see it down the block. There's some lit up homes over here. Let's get across the street. Cold night. Well, luckily I'm not that far from home. I mean, it's not going to take me long to get back in the door. I'm over by the park, so take you guys in the street to look at these homes. Here you go. Ain't that nice? That's a nice home right there. You got these condo style places over here. You got all their lights up. Over here you got a little bit of a display. All right, we're going to end it on 16. What we're going to do is I'm going to take you guys, we're going to check out Steve's, the butcher. He always puts lights on his store. Right over here, you'll see. And then we'll go over to the house I was telling you about. There's one house he likes to drape like one of those big Christmas tree light displays over on the house. And that's where we'll end it. We'll end it over there. So I want to thank everybody for coming along. Please hit the subscribe, help the channel grow, hit the like button. Here we go. Steve's over here. He usually decorates. We are on Bath Avenue, by the way. There you go. So Steve's all decorated. He just puts lights up, that's it. All right, let's finish this walkout. You can see the house I'm talking about. It's up the block, right here on my left side. We are on 16th Avenue between Cropsey and Bath. And we're gonna end it at the house with the big Christmas tree lights. It looks like the house next door decorated too. We'll see when we get over there. Now, years ago, there used to be a house over here that used to have a tree. Actually, there's a tree over there. You can't see it, it's in the dark, but they used to decorate the tree. But those people sold the house and they don't decorate. We'll actually go check out the corner and that's where we'll end it. Well, let's check this house out. This is nice. This is a couple of homes that decorate. We got this one right here next to it. So it's like 3 homes in a row. Ain't that nice? That's nice. He does this every year. He puts his tree, drapes it from the roof. Nice home. And what we'll do is we will call it a walk on the corner here. There's a couple of homes that got some displays. We will give them some recognition and we will end it. Again, I want to thank everybody that came along. This was more of a local walk for me in the neighborhood. We will do Dyker Heights. We're kind of in Dyker Heights. But the real, the center of Dyker Heights will be over there. I want to show you guys some of the smaller conservative homes, the ones that still, they don't go crazy. We're going to end it here on the corner of 16th and Cropsey. I want to thank everybody for tagging along. Like I said, please subscribe, hit the like button, and I will catch you all on the next one, wherever that's going to be. It might be Christmas lights. It might be a walk in the city. We might even get some snow. So stay tuned for that. So anyway, take care and bye-bye.